Welcome Unicums and soon to be Unicums. I'm Vader, and today I'm going to be going over to Chieftain. Just came out to the shop recently, and in this video I'm going to be going over some tips, some tricks, maybe some of the weak spots, some of the good things of the tank. Anyways, in this first game, I see that our 62A is going towards the left side, so I do just decide to go towards the middle because I know that there's a really good hull down spot where I'll be able to really use my gun depression, and I would say the relatively strong turret, if you're not talking about the weak spot that is the cupola on the tank. That's definitely one of the major downsides of this tank. Anyways, now you're going to see me moving up towards the middle here. Now this is a very strong position for this tank because with that gun depression and the strong turret that it has, you're able to bully tanks in the middle and still be able to have shots into guys, crossing like this. Now with the hash that it has on this tank, you are able to get those shots. Unluckily, that Foch turned just a millisecond too soon, and I wasn't able to pen that. However, that guy does get punished, and he does end up dying for poking out like that. And now I know that I'm free to just focus towards the middle here because I do know that the left side has been won. All the guys that were going towards the left side are dead. The med on the left is dead, and now I'm just going to be getting shots to the IS-7 as I get a beautiful max roll. Their E5 is going to push up, and I do go for that tracking shot to try and keep him out in the open so my teammates can get shots into him. And now I'm whittling down this IS-7. I have him down to a one shot, and I'm just gonna poke over here. Just look at this gun depression. I'm hardly even showing my tank, and I'm able to get those shots. That when you get this tank, that's definitely one thing you're gonna really enjoy about it. Is the APCR. The APCR. Now the APCR, I would say, has its downsides and it has its upsides. The upsides is that with APCR you're able to snapshot really quickly because APCR travels faster than AP. However, over long distances you are going to notice a pen decrease because it will lose pen over a long distance since it is APCR. Now I'm just moving up because I see that my E100 is moving up with me. I'm going to poke over here for the 183. Now what you will notice is that I'm kind of aiming in like this. It's kind of pre-aiming my next shot for the 183, seeing if I'll be able to get the shot into him when I do poke over. I am able to get the shot into him, and I'm going to come away with 4,963 damage, 3 kills, and on to the next game. Off the bat, I tell my team to go left and the meds to go right. However, I do change my mind about going left, and I go towards the right side with these two meds because I see that their team is mainly built off of meds, and my hunch was right. They have 3 meds, and if I didn't come here, these meds would have gone overrun really quickly. And with this little ridge back here, I'm able to stay unspotted and keep crossfire into these meds that are getting rushed. I'm going to double track this Batchat. He's going to get taken out, and just that rotation possibly saved my meds from getting rushed much more quickly than they actually do. Now my meds are going to end up dying. However, we are able to get much more damage into the enemy. We're able to punish their flank much more than these two meds would have been able to do. I see that I'm getting shot to this side, so I'm just pulling back here. And I see that my 4202 is about to die here, so I'm just going to bail out of here. I know that I need to pull back and go with the main group. However, these meds are pretty fast, so what you are going to see me do is I'm going to settle for a ridge that can be covered by my teammates, but I'm not going directly to my teammates and risking myself getting shot from behind. Now here I am going to take a couple hits because they are able to catch up to me. However, with this hull down spot and my teammates covering me, they're not going to be able to do anything. And now I'm just going to focus down this T62A, using that great gun depression and great handling gun, I'm able to get shots into his 62A, and now I'm just trying to face hug this guy, making it hard for him to actually get shots into me. There we go, just face hugging him, made that bounce that shot. I get a beautiful nice roll into this Leo, and he's gonna flank around me and run away as I take the shot into him. And right here, I see this waffle, and what you guys see me do is use that HE to my advantage. Get poke a shot right here for 533 damage. That HE on this tank definitely has great potential. And now I'm missed that shot, but I see my E4 rushing in, so I am going to play more aggressive. I'm going for that kill shot. Here he misses, and I set that guy on fire, take him out, and already just less than 3 minutes into the game, I've already racked up 4,000 damage. The DPM on this tank, what you will notice is, say you're like only have 1,000 damage and there's like 2 guys left, your teammate is about to rush him. Well, you're still going to be able to easily pump out 3k damage, mainly because this tank has absolutely insane DPM, and if you're able to get behind the enemy, well, your DPM is just going to increase by a crazy amount. We're going to end up finishing this game off with 4,700 damage, taking away the mastery, and since this tank is enriched, I do end up pulling 75,000 credits. I honestly don't even farm tier 8 anymore. If I need credits, I just play the Chieftain. On to the next map. We are going to be playing on mines. Now, from this side of the map, it is a little bit of a struggle to use a Chieftain, mainly because you do have to overextend a little bit to use that good gun depression. Now, we're just focusing down the meds that are rushing up to the hill, focusing down the biggest threat. I bounced my first shot, however, I am able to punish that 140, and he's only going to be getting away with 45 hit points. And now I'm just pulling back because I see that they have 3 TDs and an E100. However, when I see that E100 pushing the left side, I do know that I can poke over more. Now, right here, I see that 62A pushing from behind, so I am going to cut across because I know that their IS-7 and E100 on the right. I won't really get shot from behind unless it's from that 140. However, for that 140 to poke on me, he would have to overextend and risk dying. Now, you're going to see me use that amazing hash on that grill. One thing that's really good about this tank is, I would say, it's DPM, because if you can get in front of a grill with your hash, you're going to take him out in around 4 shots, and that's only going to take you around 15 seconds. Now, what I am doing here is I see that their 62A has moved into cover, so I'm going to get a shot to this grill, and I'm just starting to play aggressive. This is the part of the game where you do want to play aggressive. If you're struggling with getting high average damage, it mainly comes down to the fact that you're not realizing when your teammates have the advantage and when you can actually push in. Even though we only had the lead by 1 tank, I still was able to spot the weak side and the fact that our teammates were winning, and now is where this tank excels. I'm going to use that great DPM to get shots to that E100. There we go, and 6 seconds later, I'm going to be able to get another shot into him, securing 4,000 damage in less than 3 minutes again. There we go. Our 183 does end up taking him out. And now I'm going to get behind this E3, and you're always looking for situations in this tank where you can use that hash. And behind what E3s is definitely where you are able to use that hash. I'm going to hit him for 443, damage his engine, and my teammate's going to take him out. I'm going to come away with 4,831 damage, and that game mainly just showed you the importance of knowing when to push and possibly some certain situations where you can use Hesh and use that gun depression. Now this next game is coming from one of my Patreon supporters named Sophia. Sophia's going to be playing the same map that I started out with. I was kind of debating posting this or not. However, I did decide to post it because it's a very amazing game. And I think it shows how this tank can absolutely wipe the chessboard with its amazing DPM and possibly one of the greatest strengths of this tank. Now, Sophia's going to the same spot where I started off with, and Sophia's going to get an amazing shot at E75 with the premium APCR. That's one thing that the Chieftain has as its premium ammo. It does have APCR instead of heat, and for some this can be a good thing. It's a good thing if you're going against like tanks like meds. However, it's a bad thing if you are going against tanks like E100s or IS4s. Now, you're just going to see Sophia use this great gun depression to get shots into this 183. Just pulling back, like you hardly have to pull back in this tank because you hardly expose yourself in the first place with the amazing gun depression. And now, just look at that. A minute and 40 seconds into the game and already 2,200 damage. If you do get this tank, one thing you're going to notice is that its DPM is absolutely amazing. However, what I struggle with in this tank is the fact that the armor, the hull armor, it does make it a very situational tank. And I say that mainly because if you can't get to a hull down spot, you are going to get killed quite easily. Your sides and rear can get penned by HE. Even meds can HE your rear. Like, this tank is definitely not that strong when it comes to its hull. However, in these types of situations is definitely where you're going to be able to rack up that damage. Now, just less than 3 minutes in and already 3,800 damage. Just displaying how amazing the DPM is on this tank. There we go. Another headshot. Like, I swear this whole video is just headshots into grills. There we go. He ends up taking the grill out. Now he's gonna turn around because he sees that 62A behind him. And already 5,000 damage. No biggie. Only, like, just around 3 minutes into the game. Now, is 5,000 damage enough for Sophia? Nope. Sophia's gonna use that amazing gun depression to just bully this 120, securing 5,365 damage, 4 kills, getting the top gun, and I believe the mastery, as you're gonna see, yeah, the mastery, high caliber, and just a whack load of credits. Now, I'm going over the equipment layout. The only thing I'm going to explain when it comes to equipment is the reason why I run rammer over calibrated is because since this tank doesn't have heat, it doesn't give that much of a bonus to your premium ammo, which is why I choose the DPM over the hardly increased pen. Now, would I recommend this tank? I would absolutely recommend this tank. However, you do have to go in realizing that this tank is not overpowered. It's a good tank, but you're not going to be able to just go into a match knowing that you're the dominant tank in the game, because it does come down to your hull armor. And I would say the main thing that you have to focus on in this tank is staying alive and utilizing that DPM, because at the start of the match, if you take a hit from a 183, he's going to pen you. You're not going to be bouncing that shot unless it's your turret. Now, I do hope that I went over enough on this tank. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button. It really just shows that you're supporting me and what I'm doing. And if you really enjoy what I'm doing, consider hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.